I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking.
Yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, I walked in looking like a old damn list. So much money on me, told you bitch to hold my shit. Ice on me cold, got me frozen in a bit. They love to hate, but they don't know how much work we put in. Okay, I pull up. Don't know why they think they know us. Used to hate, now they say that boy kept gon' blow up. The money ain't gon' change us. Never been a lame, and I'm still with the game. Every time I walk through, I got game behind me. And I don't like to talk, boo. You know where to find me. And if he like the top rule, I'ma get him knocked down. I'm tryna call me a glizzy, ain't talking hard down. Fuck all the talking, let's do it. Bitch, on the shit, they know it. I need my funds, came from the mud. I love my brothers, I treat them right back. Don't get it twisted, I came for the race. Falling in love while I'm breaking the bag. Shawty so bad, but I can't get attached. I'm in the room, but I told her relax. Yeah, in my bag. Bitch, I pull up faded. She think that I'm famous. Turns up all the time, this what we say when we made it. Okay, I walked in looking like a old damn list. So much money on me, told you bitch to hold my shit. Ice on me cold, got me frozen in a bit. They love to hate, but they don't know how much work we put in. Okay, I pull up. Don't know why they think they know us. Used to hate, now they say that boy kept gon' blow up. The money ain't gon' change us. Never been a lame, and I'm still with the game.
क्या हाल है guys? Am I audible? Wait. Obviously the beats are crazy. Everyone is enjoying. क्या हाल है guys? Am I visible? Are we visible? I think yes, I can see them. I can see myself. It's audio एक बार check कर लेता हूँ 1 second अगर disturbance आए तो. Yeah, the audio is crazy clear. थोड़े से filters लगाए. I think a lot of you guys were complaining that आपकी ऑडियो थोड़ी कम आ रही है, बट आई थिंक आज थोड़ी सी परफेक्ट है. तो बताना मेरे को इफ द ऑडियो स्टिल लो. एंड विश्वजा, कैन यू से हाय?
Hi,
या
hello.
या यू आर ऑडिबल एज वेल. हाउ इज एवरीवन डूइंग गाइस? प्रेस लाइक हर बार करते हो ऑब्वियसली. 1 out of 10 रेट योर सेल्फ. वॉट लेवल ऑफ एक्साइटमेंट इज इन योर हेड्स टुडे? आज थोड़ा नया दिन है. वी हैव न्यूअर फोक्स ओवर हियर side. Okay, slowly and steadily people are joining in. सब लोगों को याद आ रहा है, okay, I have to join this. And yeah, people are feeling 10 on 10. So guys, without further ado, without further delays, we'll start the stream on the spot. We got over 120 submissions and it was pretty difficult for us to review it बहुत जल्दी से. So we tried our best, and I'll hand this presentation now to Vishwaja. And I've obviously gained thoda sa feedback kal. I won't be interrupting in between. If you have any questions, in the end when Vishwaja is done, speaking and stuff, uske baad we will do the question and answers, so that everyone is sorted out. Yes. All right. Let's pin this. I'll go and all over to Vishwaja now.
Okay. Hi, everyone. So I'm so excited to see so many of you all, over 100 today again. So let's start. Welcome to UXcellence workshop. Just a reminder of what we are focusing on. In this workshop, we'll learn how to conduct effective user research to create better digital products step by step, and you will be at the end creating your own unique case study. So, just a little brush up on topics from day one. So foundations of UX, then user centered design. What is user centered design? Everything that we design should be around the users, understanding their pain points, their motivations, frustrations, and also UX and UI difference, understanding the brief or the background that we have considered for this workshop. And then we understood what is primary research, what is secondary research, and why are we considering secondary research for this. And then we have considered persona creation, and I was like so happy with all your submissions. I couldn't go through all of them, it was pretty hard, so many of them, but I went through many, and I've selected some for the feedback as well. But at the end of, like, when we will be selecting the winners, we'll be going through all of them. Also the documenting, I've seen some people who have documented like how they came to this specific persona creation. That was pretty good. So okay, let's dive into the feedback. So first was of I selected as Abhishek. So this was pretty good based on the template, pretty simple. One thing I would suggest here is the quote was too long. Like it was correct, but it was too long. We just need some two sentences to just depict the personality of the user, right? So instead of writing living in a busy city like Mumbai, because the location is already mentioned in the bio, or whatever we can say location, here he has mentioned Mumbai, right? So we can just take it out from the sentence. Managing my health and my wife's health has been a constant struggle. The traffic and long waits at clinics make it difficult to keep up with regular checkups and tests. I often worry about missing appointments. From here, the personal touch for the persona or the user is proper. That he has mentioned, I often worry about missing appointments or not getting our results on time. It feels like there's never a convenient way to take care of our health needs. So how we can alter this is, we can just write managing our health in a busy city like Mumbai. R as in the person and his family he's talking about. In a busy city like Mumbai is a constant struggle. Traffic and long clinic waits make it tough to keep up with the checkups and tests. So we have to like make it shorter, and it should directly depict the personality of the user we have selected. So let's move on to the next. This was pretty good, creative. The bio was nice, just it was like it was literally explained in depth about how many years she is old. So what I would say is, instead of adding the main details again and again, like it is mentioned in the bio as well that age is 67, gender is female, and again you will add it in the background. So Meera Desai is a 67-year-old retired school, so you can skip that part, the repetition part. Okay. Needs and expectations, nice, the goals are given, pain points. And also I suggest here that you could just skip the preferred solutions part for now, because we will be working on that in like further um, situations, right? So you can just skip the preferred solutions part. Then we have another, this was nice. It had all the steps how that person came step by step till the creation of this persona. So it depicts the whole situation of the person very nicely. So what it's saying is, Ashok Shah was recently diagnosed with type 2 diabetes during a routine checkup. um, After experiencing symptoms like thirst, frequent urination, this person has done some uh, beforehand test which depicts all these results. His doctor explained that his blood sugar levels were higher than normal. Also, the quote is not mentioned over here, but the frustrations and goals are pretty good. Just in the goals section, it's mentioned use of television and local newspapers to inform about alternative booking methods and provide contact details. So this was actually not needed. We have to make it in such a way that it depicts the background given right now. You could skip this section. So another good things were experiences joint pain and muscle aches, which discourage him from going out frequently, right? So the person is not able to go out frequently and go for the check-ins for the lab test, so he needs some um, people like health workers to visit home and take this blood samples. So it was clearly mentioned. This was good. Another one I would say, here the design you could keep minimal, because at the end when you create a case study, uh, we don't know, like, you just keep this simple, because the case study or the designs you create might not go with the colors you have chose right now. Okay, so that's the thing, you have to keep the whole case study in one flow of, like, even you have to create some hierarchy in the fonts, and the colors you use, they should be subtle, right? So if you use so bright colors in your persona itself, the case study might get disturbed. So it so for further, like for future things, I'm telling you that just keep it simple for now, the persona thing. Or if the vibe of your case study is in the purple and shades, then it's good, it goes perfectly. And also one thing here I would suggest is, you have written very nicely about uh, Tenzi is a working professional and her grandma is not unable to work because she's old and she's facing some problems. And you have also mentioned that she needs the doorstep collection of samples and stuff. Just in frustrations and goals section, you have not mentioned it. Okay, so you have just mentioned appointment slots and preferred schedule is not perfect, and the busy life updates. Because of busy life, the frustrations and things are like, the updates are not properly given, the appointment status is not nice and in a flow. So this is good, but you could also mention that we need the samples, the access, because of the accessibility stuff, we need the doorstep availability of health workers to get the sample and collect it from our doors itself, right? So you have just missed that point, baki everything is very nice. This one more persona was really good, like in detail, depth, and also the quote was nice. As a retired teacher and a person of discipline, I believe in the importance of timely and organized work. I strive for perfection in everything I do. As she's a teacher, it is depicting her personality as well. Okay. Frustrations were very nice, frequent lab visits, mobility issues, delayed reports, long wait times, and sense of independent limitations. All this was perfectly going with the background that I gave you. So you have to make something, because the background, when you work at any company or MNCs, the background is already provided to you and some points are even mentioned over there, so you can't go out of that, right? So you have to practice to be in that given concise parts of the background. Okay, so this persona goes perfectly with it. Then we have this beautiful simple minimal persona again. So the quote is simple, small. It's comforting to know I can get my test done at home and have my results quickly and securely. The frustrations were also prominently displayed, like finds it challenging to travel frequently for lab test. And also the goals were like wants to maintain her independence while effectively managing her health conditions, and all the things were perfectly mentioned. It's minimalist as well. The marital status, widowed. So this depicts this person's background as well, right? Okay, so here is one more persona. It says her name is Lata. Her age is 75 years old. She's widowed, has one child, adult child. So he might be working, right? She's retired, lives in suburbs of the city of Pune. So the tagline is managing my health is easier when I can rely on trusted home-based care that respects my doctor's preferences. As a doctor might be a family doctor and he might be aged person, right? So he might require some um, physical documents or physical reports rather than just going on Gmail and checking out reports and detecting the problem, right? So the goals are home sample collection, searching nearby trusted lab that provides required test, quick test results, and home report deliveries. So as per the background, it shows that the doctor needs physical reports, so the home report delivery should be considered in that case. Then we have frustrations like mobility issues. Many of you have added this. So mobility issues, technological familiarity, doctor's preference, trust and reliability. So short and simple, right, to the point. Then a nice background is provided. She's a woman who is little bit familiar with tech but not much familiar, has specs number, so she can't like look properly throughout the apps, so she has to zoom in and zoom out. She's always been independent and active, but lately she's been experiencing some mobility issues due to arthritis and some kidney problems. Getting around has become more challenging for her, right? So all these things are perfectly mentioned. So a key point I would love to tell you all, for those who want to iterate as well, or for those I have not given the feedback here right now. So check out that if you have mentioned the main goals that are given in the background itself, the home sample collection, home report deliveries that are fast, as it is a quick commerce website, right? Also they need to be delivered at their doorstep. Then the, as many of you have mentioned, that trust and reliability is the frustration. So we have to give the review system should be perfect. Person should be able to zoom in and zoom out, because they are mostly aged people, right? So accessibility, they should be able to zoom in, zoom out, plus the language barriers. So we have to consider all these things, right? Okay, this might be overwhelming, but if you want, you can just go through this video again. Let's jump into the today's agenda. Okay, so today's agenda is problem statement, competitive analysis, heuristic evaluation, UX laws, a bit intro of them, analyzing data, and real world examples. Okay. So are you guys able to keep up with me? Like press one if you are able to keep up with me, or it's like too complex what I'm whatever I'm speaking, like for beginners as well. So you could just press one if you are following me. Great, great. Okay. Thank you. Let's then move on. Let's just take a review of background. So, what was the background? It was the convenient care project, focuses on providing quick commerce, right? The word quick commerce for home healthcare services, targeting aging adults and individuals. Everyone has perfectly understood this, who we are targeting and what our persona is. Who is the persona depicting? What is the range of people, the target audience, right? So the aim is to simplify home sample collection. It should be easy for the old people as well to find out where is the booking of the home sample collection, how they can book it. Provide easy lab access. They should be able to click on the perfect lab which has nice reviews and stuff. So everything should be visible, minimal. Facilitate fast delivery of paper reports, as many of them cannot as they are getting the service of home sample collection. The thing is they cannot probably walk into the lab and just collect the reports as well, right? And due to the preference of their family doctor, who is also an aged person, he needs physical reports. So we are making this around, this background is around that particular thing. So also the paper report delivery on time to the preferred person. Okay. um yeah, so creating a problem statement. So we will be starting with creating a problem statement. Okay, so what do you guys think? Like, what is a problem statement? Like, how you can define a problem statement? Should it be like always considering, like, there are a lot of problems, right? So, should you consider all of them, or you should be able to prioritize them and just consider a main flow, right? It must be easy, right? So, what do you think a problem statement is? I will be seeing the chat so that I'll get an idea how many of you know or have some idea about problem statement. Would have been okay. No personal data accessibility. Yeah, just I saw one persona, as I was not able to go through many of them, but I'll surely go through many of them. Accessibility, here is one persona. Okay, so here this person has mentioned she has a specs number, so for both zoomed as well as outright. So we have to consider the language barrier as well. One of the persona mentioned that, and also we have to consider the zoom in and zoom out features as well. Okay, so considering the main problem, mentioning a primary pain point and the reason of a solution. Okay, how might we solve for main problem? What is the main problem? Okay, okay, got it. What is the purpose of creating an application by prioritizing the main struggles? Okay, okay. So let's dive in because today's session is going to be a lot lengthy. So, what is a problem statement? So, problem statement are the pain points, the frustrations the people are experiences in their day-to-day life, right? So there are a lot of things to consider. Let's understand it from a real world scenario. Before that, there are four types of problems people face. First is financial. So they check out when we are browsing through or e-commerce website, people may drop off when they see the additional price is added over there, or it is not previously mentioned, so there is a financial problem. Then the process, people are not able to figure out how to proceed to certain flow, like the if they are not able to figure out how to proceed to the checkout flow because the button is not that visible, then there will be a process problem, right? Then there is product problem, as well as because some people are not able to figure out some specific problem. If they want the review section, they are not able to figure out where is the review section before they buy a product. They need some support, right? So the support section or the help, we say, it should be prominently displayed. So there are a lot of different problems. Okay, so let's understand this from an airport scenario. What do you guys think are the problems at an airport, right? From walking, like for walking distances, we have to walk long distances, there are long queues and stuff, right? So what are the problems you guys see at an airport? Like what are the pain points people think? Carrying a luggage is tiring, right? So carrying a luggage may be one problem. What may be another problem? Long queues, right? um Also, like, so when we have, yeah, which way to go, proper direction should be provided. Conveyor belt, okay, too much walking for from one gate to another, perfect. Accessibility for people to determine what, okay, determination. Costly food, okay. Any other you guys can think of? Going through security point, okay. Delayed flight without prior information. Okay, luggage, right? Probably the air conditioning. Everyone isn't used to ACs. Okay, wet floors, crowd. Okay. So a lot of problems are there, right? So we can't take all these problems and keep on solving them. We should prioritize them, right? And we should know what problems to prioritize, and also we should know what constraints need to be considered at times. The budget, the timeline, and everything needs to be considered while considering a certain problem statement. Yeah, misplacing of the luggage. Great. Thank you so much. So let's see. If a problem exists, it doesn't mean that you have to solve it. Okay, honking of vehicles around the airport may be a problem as well. So understand the impact of problem. First, you just think of the situation as there are some negatives and some positives. So negatives might be too much distance to walk, too heavy luggage to carry, and honking of vehicles. Then what are the positives? There's a shade for you all to walk in, right? Then there are automated accelerators at some points, right? Trolleys to easily push the luggage. So there are negatives and positives as well. So what you need to do is think of some negatives, understand the impact of that, and then whatever the positives are there, try to enhance them as well, which will all together increase the usability and the user experience of that particular product. Okay, so providing automated accelerators. So basically, what happened is there is a lot of distance to walk. So the emotions of the user are tiring, they are frustrated. So what the airport did, they couldn't just put a conveyor belt all over so that we have to stand and directly it will go to the gate, right? So it would be, but the budget needs to be considered. It would be very expensive to put the whole conveyor belt throughout the passage. Then what could we do? We could just add the AC or anything to enhance the experience throughout the walking of the airport from one place to another. But again, the budget needs to be considered. So what they did is, to carry the luggage, they gave some trolleys which had some wheels, right? So which enhanced, like people were like, okay, so I just need to push the luggage with the trolley, so it's really easy. So we just need to add small things to impact the large problem, right? So we can't focus on the big problem, we can focus on small problems and solve the big problem. It might be overwhelming, but try to understand that which problem is worth solving. And also we need to understand what are the budget constraints or the time constraints that we need to consider. Okay. Also, there is a problem like honking of vehicles around the area, and it's very noisy at times. So what we can do? Can we like just remove the honks, the buttons where the people like honking? So it will create another problem, right? People will accidents will happen and stuff. So we also need to think like whatever solution we are creating, it should not create another problem again. So it's like a complex thing we need to study. Like problem statement creation is another part which we need to think of, right? Play music and distract. This is nice. We can just distract the person's like so the person is getting frustrated because of the honking of vehicles, right? We can just play the music throughout the walking area so that the person gets some sort of his attention gets towards the music instead of the frustrations the honking is causing, right? And we should also understand that at airport no one goes for studying, right? So is it the problem that really needs to be solved, right? So all these things or aspects need to be considered at times. So whatever I'm saying, this will obviously help you whenever you are working at any company. There are really very complex problems that you need to solve, and it's really very important that you should be able to figure out what impact it is having on the industry, and is it really important to go with that flow. So this was the summary of whatever I said. And also this example of airport is given by Anudip Ayagari. He's really a very knowledgeable person. You can watch his vlogs and stuff on YouTube, obviously, for real world examples. Let's go into next point, that is make note of both positive and negative experiences, then try to enhance and improve the positive ones as well as find solutions for the negative ones. Great. Yeah, right. Okay, so how to define a problem statement? There's this systematic format which is told by Google in Google certification course. So it says you should write the username, whatever persona you have created, and given the name to it, you should write that person's name over here. That person, like let's say, okay, you have to write like Lata. I've included it, I guess. So you have to take the name of that person in the starting, is and whatever its designation is you have created in the persona, you have to write that like Lata is a retired lady who needs doorstep sample collection because she is unable to walk and wait in long queues and needs a safe and secure home service. So you have to curate your problem statement around the persona, right? So that you can solve the future problems. So you can refer to this, everything will be shared to you guys. You can again and again go through this for reference. So here's an example for an general problem statement. There are a lot of ways to create a problem statement, but you can go with these templates. So what is the problem statement? Here's an example from a flower shop app. So users need customized and well curated flowers or bulk flower arrangement orders at their doorstep. So this was somewhat similar to the our lab test thing. So I took this example that users need. So what are users needing? They are needing some customized and well curated flowers service, or bulk orders as well at their doorstep. So what is the conclusion of this, you can write a problem statement in whichever format you want, but it should clearly define the problem you're solving and what are the insights, why are you solving that problem. Okay, so yeah, so that we can provide the seamless user experience. Okay, good. After you have curated your problem statement from your persona and figured out the problem, like in our case, according to the background provided, we are trying to solve, or we are trying to figure out the flow of the aged person, um, clicking on the lab test thing, searching for the right secure lab with nice reviews, booking an appointment, like the flow. And then the person should have some options where he could get the delivery of the reports as quick as possible at their doorstep, or they can just go with the online normal procedure. Okay, so crafting goals and solution. So are you guys able to follow me till the problem statement? Press 1 if yes, or should I explain it again? um, okay, okay, good, thank you. If you want to like me explain again, I'll explain it again. Okay, good. So many of you are getting what I'm saying. Great. So let's jump into crafting goals. Okay, so should I explain it again? So basically, okay, I'll explain once again. I'll give the summary of this. So basically, a problem statement, you should focus on both positives and negatives of the given background. You should and try to enhance some parts of the positives which will all together, and find solutions for the negatives which will all together curate a better user experience, right? So you should understand what is the main problem that you are targeting, what is the problem that will create impact, and is it worth solving, right? So this is the gist. And if we are talking about from case study point of view, here is a template which you can follow based on the persona. You have to just write like what is the name of the user and its designation, and what that person needs, and like who needs whatever the problem it is facing, and because what the solution you might give them, right? So Lata, let's take an example, is a retired lady who needs doorstep delivery of physical reports and doorstep sample collection service, because she is not able to work and stand in long queues due to her health problems, right? Is improving an existing solution so problem statement? Yeah, it can be improving an existing solution. So yeah, it can be a problem statement, we can say, because an existing flow is like a checkout flow and people are dropping off, and you need to find out that particular thing which is causing people to drop off from that flow. So you just need to work on that specific thing. Yeah, we can curate a problem statement as well, and you can enhance that. Like it depends on which what's the background given for you for it, right? Innovating. Okay. So should we move forward? Like you need to just consider this template, or you can also make your own problem statement, like a generalized problem statement for the given background. Got it? Press 1 if we can move forward. What are you talking about? Like, what is like a design brief? Because benefits of user experience. It should not be too long, right? Okay. So design brief, sometimes when you're working at big companies or even at my startup, they give a design brief where the target audience is already given. The background contains all the things, right? So that is called a brief, and we do not have a brief right now, as we are independently working on our personal project which does not exist. So we don't have a design brief right now, but we have a background, we have created a persona, we have the target audience, and now we are moving towards a problem statement, right? Okay. So after that, you have to just craft some goals and solution. One, like in bullet points you can mention this. They should be um, more of based on the problem statement. You should be able to understand and figure out the pain points. So you should have some specific points, like the accessibility issues should be mentioned, the review system should be mentioned, and what else you can add to it. It should be measurable, some achievable. The problem statement should be solved, but just in small bullet points you can write these goals just to sum up the problem you are trying to solve. Okay, so let's take this example. What can be the objective of this? Convenient care is your comprehensive solution for all your lab testing, right at your doorstep, whether you are aging gracefully, having mobility challenges, or simply prefer the convenience of home based services. So you can use all these points, okay, for your creation of the goals, so that you don't get stuck anytime. Just highlight these things, like the preferred paper reports, then fast delivery, then doorstep sample collection, and effective review system, so that the aged person will be able to understand which is more secure and trustworthy. Okay, great. So can we move on to the competitive analysis? So what we covered till now is just the problem statement and the goals. So goals will be based on the problem statement you are trying to solve. So can we move to the competitive analysis thing? Press 1 if yeah. This might get overwhelming for some beginners, but try to like focus. When you start solving it, you will get better at it. Okay. Nakki. Okay. Great, great. Okay. So what actually is competitive analysis? So competitive analysis is a process of identifying your competitors, obviously, because the word itself says that you have to analyze your competitors and evaluating their strategies, what they are good at, what they are bad at, how can we stand out from the crowd, how can we make our product different, and what actually we are working on, and how can we enhance the flow. All these things come under the competitive analysis. So it helps us to understand the market landscape, identify opportunities and improve, develop strategies as well, right? Yeah, we will come to the SWOT analysis thing in further slides. So there are two types of competitors, okay? Some are the direct competitors and others are the indirect competitors. What are direct competitors? They offer the same or similar value proposition to your current or future customers. So their product in that sense is similar to yours, whatever your company is creating, and the value proposition is similar to yours. Also, the people they are targeting, the target audience is also as same as your company, right? So direct competitors are those who have everything similar to your company itself. And what are indirect competitors? They offer the same value proposition at times, but they have different customer segment. Okay, and the val or vice versa, so they might be targeting some other people as well. Okay, so let's take an example for this. 1 second. So okay, so for our lab test, I'll give the example of for our lab test. Okay, so we are creating convenient care which is more focused on easy access for the aged people. So the flow should be the flow should have prominent buttons or the prominent visibility of booking an appointment to searching uh, relevant or trustworthy labs, and to get the reports at their doorstep, right? So there are some another direct competitors like Redcliffe. So you will be able to find them as you research on this. Redcliffe also provides similar opportunities. They target the same audience, and also value proposition as in they have the similar values, they provide the similar set of things to the people. Yeah, 1mg doctor, there are a lot of, you can search and you will get a lot of direct competitors for this. So they have the same thing, they're offering the same flow of user, right, to the same target audience. So these are the direct competitors. And what are indirect? There is one more app that is known as Practo. So they give 1:1 doctor health consultation, and they target the same audience, but the value proposition or whatever the set of things they are offering to those people, they like contradict, right? So they have the similar target audience as our companies, but they are giving another set of stuff, or they are providing another set of stuff to the same target audience. So okay, I'll just summarize. So what are direct? They provide the same thing or the similar value proposition to the same target audience. And in indirect competitors, what happens is they provide the same value proposition to different target audience, or the same target audience but different value proposition. So it's like vice versa. One of the thing is not there, is not similar to our company. I hope you are getting, like, press 1 if you are getting what I'm saying. Or let's take this example. Domino's has its own pizza and stuff. They are targeting people who are foodie, teenagers, or whoever, family, who want, like, love junk food and stuff, who want to party. So Domino's has similar competitors or direct competitors like Burger King and stuff. And what will be the indirect competitor? They will be Zomato. So they are providing just the service. They do not have their own brand who sells food, right? But they're targeting the same audience. So yeah, so just press 1 if you are getting. Okay, so I think, so okay, I should explain it again. Okay, let's take another summary of this. Like, Practo is giving another value based thing for the users, like, yeah, right. So look, our company is convenient care. Okay, so who are the direct competitors? So our target audience is aged people or working people who are not able to go and give the blood samples and collect the reports, right? So our target audience is similar to that of other like Redcliffe and like Patholab and stuff. But our indirect competitor is Practo because they are targeting the same audience, but the values or what the set of things they are providing to them is different. Simple examples like brand. Okay, like Swiggy versus Zomato and Swiggy versus Blinkit. Okay, so it's like just now, as I said, it's like Domino's has similar thing. Domino's has direct competitor. Huh, right. Domino's has direct competitor as Pizza Hut, and then it's indirect. Yeah, right. So I guess many of you got it. Okay, and their indirect competitor is Swiggy and Zomato. So which target the same audience but provide different set of values. Okay. Uh, Practical example, as in it's really simple. Okay, any practical example I can think of is, I'll share it after. I'll search some easy examples. I can't think one right now, but I'll share it after this if you have not understood right now. But just keep in mind that those who have those who target similar target audience and provide similar set of values or similar set of services, they are direct competitors. And those who provide those who target the similar target audience but provide different services are indirect, or vice versa. Okay. So I'll also share a lot of examples after this, so you can go through them and or rewatch this again. Okay, so let's move on because it's like whole lengthy process now. Here is a super good extension which you can use for for your research. So this is Chrome extension is web page. Take web page screenshots. With this extension, you can take the screenshot of whole application, of whole website, right? Which will help you to go through all the sections. Right, many of them are providing a lot of examples here. Guys, you can go through this or you can go through the video again. Okay. So let's focus on this next part because we have a lot to cover. Okay. So this is a Chrome extension which will help you to take a direct screenshot of the whole website in one page, right? So I'll give you this example. Here's the let's take this let's take the example of Wix video library. So you want to analyze this website. Say you have this Chrome extension, you have to click on capture entire page, and it will in a second capture the whole entire page and give you the screenshot of it, which you can look. Here's the screenshot which you can use, save, and use it for your reference or for analyzing the given website. So share the link to this as well. You will be using this. Okay, so this is one resource which is really helpful for research for analyzing different websites. Here I've taken the screenshot of Sabyasachi full website as well as the Amazon website. So it's really easy to go through all the sections. So again, for competitive analysis, there are a lot of things you can try out. So some people just go with this flow of unique points, writing down the strength, the weakness, or the features of each and every website they choose. But for this workshop, we will be going with one direct competitor and one indirect competitor to keep it simple. Okay, so just choose one direct and one indirect competitor after you do the research. So here are some layouts which you can follow, unique points you can consider of each app. So we are working on the app, right? So consider the app instead of the websites. Name of the extension, I'll provide the link. It's take web page screenshots entirely by Fireshot. So it's really helpful, will definitely help you all. So I'll provide the link as well. Here are some layouts like the unique points, strength, weakness, feature, and you can just provide the logo of the chosen websites here. Or I also use this spreadsheet at times to just improve the competitive analysis level when we have a lot of things to consider. I'll share this as well, the link to this. So you have to mention the name of the companies or the apps you have chose in the left column, like the Practo or Redcliffe. At this point I've chosen, and you have to write the names or whatever things you are considering for the competitive analysis. You have to note down them, like the competitor type, is it indirect or direct, is it what are the price ranges, what are the product offerings, what is the business size, and how was the user experience. You will be able to find out things like how was the UI, was there any accessibility features, was it convenient for users. Everything you will be able to figure out once we go through the heuristic evaluation, how to consider the points while going through these apps. Okay, so here is some picture of competitive analysis which you will be featuring in your case study. You can just shortcut the whole case study, like whole competitive analysis, into short points. So for this, we can go through SWOT analysis. As someone mentioned earlier, you can go through SWOT analysis. So what is SWOT analysis? It is the strengths that you have gathered throughout the competitive analysis. So this is the next part what you can prefer to do. So you have to just Identify what your competitors do well. Look for advantages they have, such as unique features, strong brand reputation, customer loyalty. Then you have to go through their weaknesses, like determine areas where your competitors are lacking, identify your shortcomings in product features, customer service, market reach, everything, like where they are like falling weak. Are they not following the industry standards for creating their app? Are there any problems or in the icons? Is there any problem in the font hierarchy? Whatever you can find, just note down and make a list. Okay, and then you can do the threats and opportunities thing. Once you have the strength and weakness of both of them, you can go to the opportunities. Whatever the weakness you can see and the space, the gap you see in this research, you have to find the pain point and you have to iterate on that or work on that for your own company side, which will help you stand out of the crowd, right? Also, the threats thing. So what are the threats? Like identify potential threats that your competitors pose. Consider factors like competitive pricing. Is there any competitive pricing? Also consider new entrants, like who are the newcomings in this market. Any changes in customer preferences? Are people preferring something else from the traditional flow that is going on and stuff, right? Okay, so what is the question? SWOT analysis is with direct or indirect? Okay, so whenever you do this competitive analysis, you work on all these points. You have to consider the flow, where are the problems. So you do this for both direct and indirect. Okay, and after this, you have got all the research points. You just narrow it down with the help of SWOT analysis. So in SWOT analysis, you have to just put the pain points and understand what opportunities. In just put it in bullet points and understand what you have to work on. So we are narrowing out our space, whatever the background was given to us, and continuing to work on a simple or more specific flow that will affect or impact the user's experience, right? So you have to work on both. You have to analyze what are the similarities in the direct and indirect competitors. So what are the combined strengths of them that you need to consider while designing? What are the both weaknesses you can see in both of them? And then what are the opportunities you find out from all this? So this is what you do in SWOT analysis. And this is the layout you guys can follow. So strengths, weakness, opportunities, and okay, so I've mistakenly written here. I'll share this as well. You can go through these templates. I'll share all the resources. So what all things we have seen till here are the problem statement, competitive analysis, and also SWOT analysis. So before that, I would love to clear that secondary research is also called as desk research, because you don't have to go in person to interview any user, or you don't have to talk one to one, have the conversation, or just observe the person. Because we are working on this case study independently, you will have to go through the apps, the existing apps, like we are doing in the competitive analysis. You have to go through the websites. You have to go through some websites that provide more detailed information about what this company actually does, what are the problems they are trying to solve, and you have to understand the gist of this, right? So I hope you all are following with me. So press 1 so that I can understand. Okay, got. Am I audible? Okay. Okay, so everyone got like what we need to do till now. We have to go through problem statement, the goals, the competitive analysis, find two competitors, one is direct, another is indirect. You have to do the research on that, go through their apps, go through their website, go through their goals, what are they trying to solve, and then do the SWOT analysis, where you will find the opportunities and the threats. Got it? Also, we'll take an overview of this at the end as well. So, this is a lot to cover in 3 days or 5 days. but this will help you understand how the flow works and what things you guys need to like consider while creating a case study. Okay, so you also have time. If you are not able to complete it within a day, it's totally understandable. You can take your time, and final submission is on like 5th, so 4th, so you can submit it on that. I'll consider every assignment. Okay, so user journey. So after you have the whole gist of competitive analysis, what are the opportunities and what you need to solve, the problem statement, you start working on the user journey. Okay, so user journey is the obstacle free path. So why is user journey important? So once you have the user persona, you have to understand what problems may come while creating a certain user flow. You should know how the user is interacting with certain app, and user journey mostly specifically goes with the illustration, the steps a user takes to complete a task within your app. So the key touch points, where what are the emotions of the person, how the person is interacting with your product. So these all things, the steps you need to justify in this user journey, so that if anything is like dropped out, you can just cover it up and try to figure out what solution you can add over there. So the purpose is they provide a comprehensive view of the user experience, which identify pain points and opportunities and improvement. So this is the gist. I'll show you some examples of the user journey as well. So what you need to do is you have to write the action, then the task list, feeling, what the user is feeling throughout the journey. Okay, so you have to write the actions like determine this, find a subway route that will take him to the Empire State Building. So the person needs to find a subway route that will take him to his destination. So what steps will he consider? Like determining the subway route, he'll see what are the different routes that are accessible and that are quick and on time. Then he will, so you have to write all the tasks like find the nearest station, then buy a ticket, find the right platform, board the subway, and find the right exit. So you have to write all the steps that the user takes, and what are his feeling throughout the process. Is he able to complete it? How will he complete it? Will he click on that button? Is he able to, like, is he confused, like where to go? I'm not able to see the button. I'm not able to trust the lab facility. So you will get an overview with the help of this user journey mapping. Okay, so you can skip this part for now, but if you are not able to like go through the competitive analysis and SWOT analysis like in a one day, you can keep this part for like third day as well. So here's another example for user journey. So as we saw yesterday, there is this art station review application that you need to make. So what are the actions? Receive the purchase receipt. So you get this purchase receipt, visit the art station website or app, anything. Locate the review. So locating the review submission feature is itself a task, right? So you have to locate that perfectly. So you have to see like if the person is able to follow the flow. So the task list will be after completing a purchase at art station, the person is going to the website, the person is locating the review submission flow, that person has the feeling of determination, the person is engaged, and while the writing the review, the person is expressive, right? So this flow and what feeling it has, the user has throughout the flow, you need to consider. So even if you skip this part for now, it's totally fine. It's just you have to know the flow of how things work in the real world while creating. This is just an example for that, and what improvements you can do based on the pain points the person faces at every step. Okay, so in like a small nutshell, what it is, that it is giving you the overview of every step a person takes or it interacts with the website or with the app. So this is about the user journey. So what all things you need to write as an assignment, I'll tell you at the end. But for now, just focus on how the flow is going. Like first you did the target audience thing, then you did the persona, you created the persona, then you are going to curate a problem statement, you know what the goals are, you are doing searching and researching through industry reports, the apps, the competitors, direct indirect competitors, you are gathering the data through internet or the available resources, like pre-hand available resources, you are just collecting the data, and then you will be analyzing it with the SWOT analysis, and then comes the user flow or user journey thing, but you can skip it for now. So how you can or how you can go through, how you can get the feedback, or how you can just search through the internet, or how you can get some more information about the apps or websites you have selected. You can go to the Play Store or any app store. You can go through the reviews section of that app. There you will see, like, I have taken the screenshot of the Practo as well as the Redcliffe app. So here one person has given extremely good service, and then they have mentioned the points that you can consider. Then the person has given worst experience as well, and the person is saying they told that the reports will be delivered within 24 hours, but they are not yet delivered. So you can get some insights from these feedbacks and ratings and reviews provided under the application in the app store. So these are some techniques you can use to gather all the existing information, right? Then we have the heuristic evaluation. Okay, so if you guys need some break or need some time to figure out what's going on, let's take an like chat, uh, where, like, are you able to keep up with me, or is this overwhelming, or should we just again revise some things that we have conducted like in this part section? Just provide some feedback so that we can go forward. Okay.
Super, super like happy to see that still we have 124
170, yeah, actually this is so overwhelming, I
because
didn't
I
think that
think
it should be.
yeah, because I think this is pretty hard for everyone from like
Mm,
day one. हमने डे टू पे एकदम से ऊपर कर दी है
yeah,
डिफिकल्टी
yeah.
लेवल को.
So, what is the thing, guys? Ki you have to go through these things, right? And a workshop will not. There are a lot of things like use cases you have to consider, the user journey, the user mapping. Everything is there. But I'm just giving you an flow, right? Don't be overwhelmed. Just go through the problem statement, create your goals, and create the competitor analysis. That's it. You have to do for this assignment. Baki everything you just understand what I'm trying to say. You how to do the research, how to go through websites, what resources I'm giving you all, like how you can take the whole screenshot of the website and use it, and how you can just understand the existing screens, how can you analyze the reviews, the app store reviews, and how you can get the all the information from the existing things, right, from the internet itself.
Guys, by the
So
way, if you are able to follow, just press one, and
yeah,
everything is clear. So one dabao. And
till here at least, yeah.
yeah, if you have like a lot of doubts and like you are just going crazy, like समझ में नहीं आ रहा है
Crazy,
कुछ,
yeah.
तो press two.
Okay. फॉलो बट थोड़ा ओवरवेलमिंग होता होवे तो है, राइट. वेरी वेल एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड वेरी वेल. ओके. Okay, you are growing crazy. Okay, is it okay if we just redesign an existing feature? Okay, so basically what we are doing is we are going to figure out other apps, right? And we are just going to add this section of get the reports at your doorstep, so delivery, fastest delivery, but in physical reports. So you just have to add this button, right, which is not available in other apps or other competitors. So you have to keep the same flow. Like the person will go on the book appointment, he'll choose the lab, he'll go through the calendar, he'll select his timing, then He will be directed through the payment checkout process, and once the payment checkout process is done, the person will get the options of get your reports delivered at doorstep. This button should be provided, or just get them online at your Gmail. So this is the addition we are doing in this flow. Are you able to keep up with this thing?
Yeah, so basically the whole idea is these first 3 days are super important, है ना?
Hmm.
And the
Right.
fourth day पे आपने जितना भी 3 दिन में काम किया, you just have to compile and
Right.
add it on your medium. And वो जो medium वाली चीज़ें हैं, what we'll do is to make it like go down in the history of designer. हम लोग एक खुद का एक लाइक प्रॉपर एक मीडियम वो बनाएंगे जिसमें आप सारे सबकी केस स्टडीज लिस्टेड होंगी, सबकी जो भी रजिस्टर कर जो भी लाइक कंप्लीट करेगा इसको। एंड वो हम लोग रीपोस्ट भी करेंगे हमारे सोशल मीडिया पे हर जगह ऑब्वियसली। एंड इट्स आई एम लाइक सुपर सुपर थैंकफुल टू विश्व टू एक्चुअली डू दिस बिकॉज ये सिखाने के लिए तुम लोगों को बहुत ज़्यादा डीप डाइव करना पड़ेगा ऑन यूट्यूब। एंड इतना डीप डाइव करना पड़ेगा कि तुम प्रोक्रेस्टिनेट करके निकल जाओगे।
Right. Right.
लाइक देयर वर 180 फोक्स एट द स्टार्ट, ठीक है, अभी 112 अभी भी बने हुए हैं। एंड आई एम सुपर सुपर हैप्पी टू सी दैट। सो या विश्व यू कैन कंटिन्यू।
Yes. So, do we have to? Okay. So, what you have to don't do the user journey part. After this, okay. So, just do the problem statement, write the goals, do the competitive analysis and the SWOT analysis. Okay. Till here, your assignment is declared. Okay. After that, whatever I'm going to say, okay, you are not able to hear me. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. I think it's
Okay.
Prem's internet.
Okay. So this is your assignment. Just problem statement, goals, competitor analysis, and SWOT analysis. After this, whatever I'm going to say, just listen to it, understand what is the flow. In future, whenever you are studying user experience thing, how to go in depth, what things you need to study, and all these things I'll cover from here. Okay. So you'll get an overview. Like even if you're going through the app, you'll get an overview of what things you need to consider, what you need to actually look for. Okay, so let's cover it in short from now onwards. Baki, you just need to focus on the problem statement, the goals, find the competitors direct and indirect, and do the competitor analysis, and just find out the opportunities and whatever strengths and threats are listed. After that, everything you just have to listen and try to understand, so that whenever in future you are studying it, you will get an idea. Okay, so let's dive into heuristic evaluation. So actually, heuristic evaluation is also called as expert evaluation. Heuristic evaluation mostly helps when we need to figure out, just analyze the analysis of any particular website needs to be done, or need to find out some pain points and stuff. So heuristic evaluation is the usability inspection method. Basically all the usability principles, the easy user experience, the seamless user experience has some principles that are followed by a lot of companies out there, right? So these principles are called as heuristics. That is, uh, that is like the usability principles, whatever the good flow you see in every website, every app, right? All that is heuristic evaluation is considered while creating it. So it's very simple. Just try to grab whatever I'm saying. Understand how you can, whenever you like after this session, whenever you will go through the apps and try to figure out what are the bad UI parts or UX part, whatever is good, you will understand when you know these heuristic principles. Okay, so it was basically written in the book of usability engineering by Jacob Nielsen. So, whenever you are doing this heuristic evaluation, you need to consider the industry changes, because a lot of new trends and a lot of guidelines are being updated. So, you have to keep up with them. And also, why we consider heuristic evaluation is big companies or big companies mostly go with the usability testing and primary flow, but at startups, what the thing is, they don't have that budget and the timeline and stuff, so they just consider hiring an expert for heuristic evaluation for a certain number of days, which is equivalent at times to recruiting bunch of users for usability testing, and we don't have those resources and the recruitment facility. So hiring an expert instead of all the users for the usability testing is preferred at small companies or startups. But heuristic evaluation also has its own heuristic, like their own cons, right? Because even if we say heuristic evaluation is based on the research, which is true and tested, but the evaluations are no substitute for testing with real users. The insights you will gain from testing the real users will never be replaced by the things like heuristic evaluation, because the real insights, by understanding what the user is going through, you are observing that user, you're asking questions, those insights are like different level, right? But heuristic evaluation is not false thing, it's really based on the research and stuff. Just it has its own cause, like cons, or you can consider some limitations to it. But in a normal case study or while working independently on your project, you can always consider these 10 usability principles. So, okay. So, I'll not go with the definitions and stuff. Just let's take some real world examples and cover all these 10 principles. So, first is visibility of system status, right? So, whenever you're, आप लोग ऐसे lift के सामने खड़े हो, you are standing at the lift and you have nothing showing you where is the lift actually and how much time will it take to reach at the certain stop where you are standing, right? So it's really frustrating. So here comes the visibility of system status thing. So the thing is that you have this digital board at the left or right which shows that the lift is at the second floor reaching towards your floor. So these small things or the feedback is given at appropriate times. So this is visibility of system status. Like whenever you click on any button on your interface, it should show something, like the feedback should be given. Is anything happening over there, or should I wait, or should I leave? Right. So you have to consider this thing. The second is match between system and real world. So whenever we are reading a book, what we use is we use some bookmarks, or we have a library where all the books are kept in a row, right? So what happens is the Amazon Kindle has such a good user experience that they have the similar things. The real world copies, like adding a bookmark, you can just click it and bookmark it. You can bookmark a certain page. Also they have this library which is really similar to the real world thing, right? So all these things should be familiar to the user. So they have this library where the real covers are given and displayed, which you can go through, and it's seamless like user experience over there. So second is match between the system, whatever digital products we are using, and also the real world, so that users can easily get familiar with it. Then we have user control and feedback. So again, what whenever user is operating any device or stuff, he should have that control over the device. Because uh, like if he by mistake, as we are humans, we make mistakes. By mistakenly he just edits his name, or while creating a profile he creates a wrong name, like Vishwaja. If I write my spelling not in the correct way, it will create a frustration if I'm not able to rechange it, right? So this section of being able to edit or to redo, undo, these things should be provided for the user control and feedback. So user should have all the facilities to like just redo or get back to the previous action. Then the fourth is the consistency and standards. So whenever, consider this, आप लोग जब एखादे रेस्टोरेंट में जाते हो, तो there you have this check in window, right? So what you need to do is, you know that whenever I enter a restaurant, there is this check-in window. I have to go and collect my stuff and get my keys and stuff, and I have to go to the rooms, right? Also for digital products, it's the same thing. There is this hamburger menu, or there is this home icon and stuff. So some consistency is provided, some standards are considered while designing the digital products, which you have to keep in mind, which will help people to create more good user experience. Okay, so let's go to the error prevention. So what happens in error prevention is, if you want to send a mail, okay, so the mail is sent to a lot of people around by mistake. Okay, so you should have that ability to just undo it, and before, like, this mistake should be avoided by the system itself. So error prevention comes when you are sending the mail and the pop-up happens about, like, just you are sending the mail to more and more people. So do you want to send it? So confirm or just decline. So this is error prevention. Then we have the recognition, or rather a recall thing. Okay. So are you guys able to follow with the heuristic evaluation? Like, press 1 if you are able to follow, and then we are done with this. Press 1 if you are able to follow with the heuristics. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I'm so happy to see that everyone is following. Great. So it's easy, right? Once you understand the heuristics and stuff, okay, not much. Once you understand, or go through, you need some practice. Like, you have to go through the existing products and stuff. Then by, like, more the practice you do, more you'll get better at these things. I'm just giving you this overview so that you can practice it on your own on daily basis to become a better designer, right? Okay. So a lot of things like flexibility and efficiency of use, like the double tap when you want to like any image on Instagram, you double tap. But the beginners might not know that there is a double tap system, right? They will go on the small heart icon and they'll click on that. So this is about the flexibility and efficiency of use. Then the aesthetic and minimal thing. So the interface should not be cluttered. It should not be, the unrelevant or irrelevant things should not be included in the interface. Only the important things should be focused on, right? This is about the aesthetic and minimal. Keep it minimal. Then help should be provided. So this is the ninth heuristic. And the help documentation, proper support, or the FAQs, the tips, the tool tips we give, the video or audio. So topmet has this thing, they have a video recording, right? So they give us a whole walkthrough of the website. So this is a good example of like the help they provide throughout the platform. Here are some examples. When you will be doing this competitive analysis, you will be going through this. So this app has this profile picture on left side, top left side. By clicking on that, mostly what should happen is you should be able to visit to the edit profile section. But in this, the hamburger menu thing is happening. So this is not what we are expecting, right, as a user. So you have to figure out these small parts and just try to focus on creating your designs better. So here what they have given is book a test, sample collection from home, download reports, and free report consultation. So what we are adding from our side is we are adding this button for fast delivery at doorstep of physical reports. So we just have to like add this button. Baki everything, all the flow is similar to others, right? So we need to figure out what is that we need to do to stand out from the crowd. So here is this Redcliffe interface. You can just go through all these things and try to apply the heuristics to this and try to figure out what I can do to make my product better. So in about the UX laws, we'll go through them in tomorrow's section. Just understand what the heuristics are and how you can apply them. This is the very beautiful website where you can go and learn UX laws, understand UX laws. So this is the website, I'll share the link. very beautifully explained each and every principle. We'll also discuss them in tomorrow's section. So assignment 2, you just have to do the problem statement, goals, understand the direct and indirect competitors, gather information, go through their apps, go through and try to apply the heuristics and stuff, and just do the SWOT analysis. So you have to submit these things, and baki everything is as it is. So here are some points I have shorted out, like problem statement, goals, comparative analysis, and cut out the user journey thing. Just do the SWOT diagram. I'll send everything again. This slide will be sent to you on your WhatsApp group. So yeah, thank you guys, best of luck. Thank you so much for 109 of you till now. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, over to you, Vansh. We are done.
It was really really nice. मैं भी like खुद सुन रहा था, like मैं खुद नोट डाउन कर रहा था सारी चीज़ें. एंड मैं पार्टिसिपेट नहीं कर सकता, नहीं तो थोड़ा इलीगल हो जाएगा ये. कैंसिल हो जाऊंगा नहीं तो. विश्वजा, यू कैन स्टॉप शेयरिंग योर स्क्रीन.
Yeah.
नाउ आई जस्ट वांट काम द पीपल डाउन. ठीक है.
Yeah, stop.
2 थिंग्स. ऑलराइट. पहली चीज़, स्ट्रीम को जाओ वापस से देखना. ठीक है. 1.5x का ऑप्शन दिया है, आगे बढ़ाने का भी ऑप्शन दिया है. ठीक है. तो यू कैन डू ऑल ऑफ दिस वेरी इजीली. एंड पहले तो मेरे को चाहिए अब वो सैल्यूट वाला 07 वाला फॉर एवरी वन हु इज इन द ऑडियंस, एंड ऑब्वियसली फॉर विश्वजा. 07 स्पैम करना चाहिए. 0 दबाओ, स्मॉल कैप,
Yeah, I'll also write.
small 0 and 7 for you guys, man. Like, you guys literally are still here, and मेरे को नहीं पता था कि लाइक इतने सारे लोग अभी भी ये चीज़ सीखना चाहते हैं, राइट?
Yeah.
बिकॉज द होल प्रॉब्लम इज it's a difficult area overall where people are obviously procrastinating बहुत ज़्यादा. ठीक है. एंड दोस्त लोग obviously all the designers, सारे लोग आगे नहीं जाते बिकॉज ये एक ऐसी फील्ड है जिसमें रिसर्च सबसे ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट है, राइट? एंड अमेजिंग, लव द 07s गाइज. सो नाउ मैंने देख लिया, तुम लोगों को एकदम से PDF में सेंड कर दूंगा जस्ट आफ्टर दिस. बस मेरे को बताओ, प्रेस 1 अगर सीधा PDF व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप से डाउनलोड कर पा रहे थे कि सीधा लिंक के थ्रू ही एक्सेस कर पाए. प्रेस 1 अगर डायरेक्ट डाउनलोड हुआ, प्रेस 2 कि सिर्फ लिंक के थ्रू एक्सेस कर पाए. बिकॉज देन दोनों चीज़ें शेयर करने का मतलब नहीं है. देन आई ड्रॉप द लिंक ओनली. विश्वजा, डे 2 के रिसोर्सेज रेडी है ना?
Yeah.
या तो मेरे को
I'll
स्ट्रीम के बाद ही जस्ट भेज देना. तो या आई थिंक एवरी वन वॉज एबल टू डाउनलोड इट. तो मैं डाउनलोड वाला ऑप्शन भी मैं दोनों ही दे दूंगा. पूरे रिसोर्सेज भी दे दूंगा. जिनके पास फिग्मा ऐप नहीं है वो डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं सीधा PDF एंड यूज़ कर सकते हैं. एंड लव्ड द स्टोरीज गाइज येस्टरडे. मज़ा आया एंड देख के वो अच्छा लग रहा था दैट द कम्युनिटी वॉज लर्निंग. एंड ऑब्वियसली देर विल बी पीपल अगेन एंड अगेन वापस से देखेंगे ये स्ट्रीम, एंड जिन्होंने मिस किया है ऑब्वियसली ये स्ट्रीम. तो ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं लेंगे, बंद कर देंगे स्ट्रीम क्योंकि एकदम से मैं सेंड कर रहा हूँ. बिकॉज अब आप लोगों के पास जो टाइम है सेम, जिसने 5 PM से 7 सबमिट कर दिया, से पहले सबमिट कर दिया, तो आई सेंड, हम लोग रिव्यू करेंगे. देन व्हाट वी आर एक्चुअली प्लानिंग इज, तुम लोग ये सारी चीज़ें कर रहे हो एंड अल्टीमेटली ये कंबाइन करके तुम्हारे को एक मीडियम प्रोफाइल पे डालना है. मीडियम नहीं पता तो जाओ सर्च करो मीडियम, होता है ना स्मॉल लार्ज मीडियम, तो मीडियम, ठीक है, द साइज medium.com पे जाओ. ठीक है. एंड जाके देखो कि कैसे बनाते हैं. इफ़ यू वांट, प्रेस 1 अगर चाहिए कि मीडियम पे ट्यूटोरियल कैसे डालते हैं केस स्टडी. बिकॉज द 4th डे पे कोई ऐसे लाइव लेक्चर नहीं होगा. विल बी सिटिंग ऑन डिस्कॉर्ड, या फिर अगर चाहिए तो लाइव लेक्चर भी कर देंगे एंड लाइव रिव्यू करेंगे तुम्हारी जितनी भी असाइनमेंट्स है. डे 3 के फाइनल सबमिशंस 1 2 3 तीनों. ठीक है, कि तुमने पर्सोना कैसे बनाया, उसके बाद तुमने उसके आगे कैसे लिखे गए, एंड दैट्स हाउ इट गोज. सो सुपर इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग. न्यू फॉर्म नहीं आएगा बार बार. फॉर्म का लिंक, फॉर्म विल बी द सेम. डे 1 के नीचे डे 2 आ जाएगा. एंड आई फिगर इट आउट कि उसको सॉर्ट आउट कैसे करना है. अगर नहीं कर पाया सॉर्ट तो नया लिंक आएगा ऑब्वियसली. बिकॉज थोड़ा वो फिगर आउट करना पड़ता है मेरे को। काश फॉर्म भी हमने बनाया होता, गूगल फॉर्म्स भी हमने बनाया होता, बस वो नहीं हो सकता, एंड आई होप एवरीथिंग इज क्लियर, सब लोगों को पता है क्या करना है। इट्स अ डिफिकल्ट वर्कशॉप कंपेयर टू प्रीवियस वन। उसमें
Yeah.
इट वॉज प्रीटी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड, ओके, ब्रांड आइडेंटिटी, मॉकअप्स, साइक हो गया। बट वन थिंग दैट आई नोटिस इन मोस्ट ऑफ द पर्सोनास, सब लोगों ने AI यूज़ किया है बहुत ज़्यादा, दैट टू बेसिक चैट जीपीटी। मत करो, चैट
Don't use
जीपीटी
it.
मत करो। मैंने नोशंस में दिया था, उसमें से जितने भी पर्सोनास वो क्रिएट करेगा, मिसमैच करके अपने आप खुद का बनाओ, बेस्ट चीज़ें निकालो उसमें से, दैट विल हेल्प यू द मोस्ट। दैट
Use
इज
AI as assistant. Like
एग्जैक्टली,
you
कल भी मैंने यही बोला था।
know,
कल लोगों ने
like
पूरा ही यूज कर दिया भाई, पूरा, लाइक उससे
right.
उससे तुम लोग नहीं सीख पाओगे ना, यू आर जस्ट डूइंग इट जस्ट फॉर द सेक ऑफ गेटिंग अ सर्टिफिकेट, तो उसमें मज़ा नहीं आएगा तुम लोगों को। आई थिंक ये एकदम क्लियर रखना अपने बारे में। एंड दैट्स इट, इट्स रियली लेट नाउ, आई विल टेक अ लीव, आई विल अलाउ विश्वजा टू रेस्ट एज वेल। बहुत ज़्यादा
Yes.
बोलना पड़ता है इसमें, तो इट्स प्रीटी टायरिंग फॉर एवरीवन जो बोलते हैं, मैं खुद नहीं बोल पाता। एक जो 99 लोग अभी हैं हमारे साथ, स्मॉल
100.
सरप्राइज, नेक्स्ट वीक की वर्कशॉप ऑलरेडी प्लान्स में है, एंड इट्स अ वेरी वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक एंड इट्स अ वेरी हॉट टॉपिक। तो आई थिंक उसमें बहुत मज़ा आने वाला है, इसमें तो बहुत मज़ा आ ही रहा है। दिस इज़ फॉर ऑल द यूएक्स बडीज आउट देयर। वो वाली वर्कशॉप यूएक्स बडीज, ब्रांडिंग बडीज, सारे डिज़ाइनर्स के लिए हमारे पास वो वाले वर्कशॉप रेडी है। तो रेडी बस रहना, बिकॉज बैक टू बैक वर्कशॉप्स आ रही है। राज, इफ यू कैन क्विकली ड्रॉप विश्वजा का इंस्टाग्राम लिंक राइट नाउ, आई वॉन्ट एवरी वन टू फॉलो हर, ठीक है,
Yeah,
एंड टैग करें उनको भी, एंड उनको टैग करें तो हमारे को भी करें प्लीज़। इतना
obviously.
प्यारा सा नाम बनाए, देखो डिज़ाइनर है ना, यहाँ पे विश्वजा का नाम है, उसमें UX.wish करके है, राइट। तो डालो यार स्टोरीज पे, उस पर तो मज़ा आएगा, एंड मैं आज की भी स्टोरी ले लेता हूँ, ठीक है।
Yeah.
मैंने, अब तुम लोग देखोगे, अब मैं आ जाता हूँ यूज़र एक्सपीरियंस के साथ खेला कैसे जाता है। अब लोग अगर फ़ोन से ज्वाइन किया हो तो तुम लोग जाके देख सकते हो, या फिर नए टैब पे खोल लो हमारा चैनल का पेज, उस पर लाइव पे जाओ, तुम लोग देखो थंबनेल्स के बीच में क्या डिफरेंस लगेगा किसी को। अगर किसी ने पॉइंट कर दिया, लेट्स सी इफ विश्वजा कैन आल्सो पॉइंट दिस आउट।
Thumbnails के बीच में
हम्म,
YouTube पे
या
एक सेकंड.
गाइस, क्या दिख रहा है नया, कुछ चेंज दिख रहा है? मैं बियर, मेरे को बियर बाइसेप्स बोला जा रहा है, ना बियर है ना बाइसेप्स है, सिर्फ बचा तो डिजाइन। कुछ दिख रहा है गाइस, थंबनेल्स के बीच में कुछ डिफरेंस दिख रहा है? बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग चीज है, जिसने पकड़ लिया मजा आ जाएगा। टॉपिक भाई वो तो ऑब्वियसली यार, दैट्स प्रीटी ऑब्वियस, बहुत सिंपल, इट्स प्रीटी विजिबल टू एवरीवन। इट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ अ यूजर एक्सपीरियंस सॉर्ट ऑफ, ठीक है, इट्स अ गिमिक दैट आई एम प्लेइंग ऑफ यूजर एक्सपीरियंस। बट
Okay.
कुछ दिख रहा है चेंज दोनों थंबनेल्स में, डे 1 एंड डे 2 के चेंज थंबनेल्स में। कम ऑन गाइस, किधर है सबके दिमाग? सामने
One.
है भाई, सामने है। लेआउट इज डिफरेंट, ऑफ व्हाट?
अरे हाँ, got it.
ऑफ व्हाट? द कलर, यस। अंकिता, ऐसे इतना ऑब्वियस चीज सिर्फ अंकिता पकड़ पाई है गाइस। अब मैं बताता हूँ, ब्लू के ऊपर आ रहा है, तुम लोगों ने देखा होगा जो लोगो है, अभी देखो जो नीचे लोगो है, UXcellence, राइट, एक्सेलेंस एंड UX, राइट। UX इज इन ब्लू, एक्सेलेंस इज इन ऑरेंज, एंड UX टेक ओवर कर रहा है एक्सेलेंस को, मतलब तुम लोग UX के अंदर एक्सेलेंट बनते जा रहे हो डे बाय डे, तो वो ब्लू ऊपर आता जा रहा है। समझ रहे हो गाइज?
Oh,
समझ रहे हो?
nice.
इसको बोलते हैं कुकिंग,
Loved it.
इसको बोलते हैं कुकिंग। ब्रो कुक्ड सो हार्ड।
You are getting better and better.
क्या स्मॉल डिटेल है गाइस, कोई नहीं देखता ये, है ना।
Loved it.
मजा आया, मजा आया, मजा, आहा। अरे यार काश यहाँ पे GIFs डाल सकते यार, कितना मजा आता ना, डीप। थैंक यू सो मच गाइस, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर
Nice.
ट्यूनिंग इन। एंडिंग ऑन अ हायर नोट इज सुपर इम्पोर्टेंट, एंड ये करना था मेरे को, तो थैंक्स टू अगेन, ऑब्वियसली इनका नाम ले लेते हैं, इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। हर रोज प्रोमो नहीं करना चाहता, सो दैट उनको भी क्रिंज ना लगे, हमारे को भी क्रिंज ना लगे, ठीक है। दैट वाज इट, एंड वील सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट वन, दैट इज टुमारो 9 PM। एंड फॉर्म का लिंक आ जाएगा मॉर्निंग तक, एंड PDF and all the resources right now just after the stream. Keep an eye on the WhatsApp group. Thank you so much Vishwaja, thank you so much everyone for tuning
so
in.
much guys for joining.
एंड जिसको बीट सुननी है मैं 5 मिनट तक बीट चला दूंगा, मैं प्लेलिस्ट एकदम एंड में ड्रॉप करूंगा. सो बाय बाय विश्वजा.
Yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
Hey Ross, sauce it up.
Boys, my wheels got in my bag and I got out my field. I'm getting this paper, I'm stacking a meal. I'm with your hoe in the house on the hills. Yeah. I'ma keep it real, at the sacrifice to try to get my bands up. Shorty wanna fuck with me, she see me on the camera. She said she in love with me, but really I can't stand her. She just want part of this life cause she see me on the ground. Double tap like who I am. Shit can get dangerous, ride with the blam. Cause shit can get dangerous, shit can get dangerous. Oh.
Walking to the store, it's a white on the op block. Pull up with a gang, yeah, I'm dancing like it's hot sauce. To the LAX, talking back in the drop top. Bringing all the friends, looking bad in the crop top. Feeling dangerous, so I ice my race. Yeah, I got it clear, yeah, I got it fit. Yeah, I might take your bitch, I ain't take a hit. Watch what you wish, yeah. Like NASCAR, running with a Mac, I can blast far. Trap star, smoky like a pack in my backyard. Black heart, shawty scream my name in the black car. Yeah, she likes it when I hit, when I tap hard. Hey, shawty's the same, not without me, she ain't function. Running up the game, I don't got no time for love. Shawty, stick to your lane, I don't wanna hear you bugging. I live on the east side, with a street side. Yeah, the shawty is a dancer, with a free mind. Yeah, you thought you couldn't handle, yo, she's mine. In the back of the Benz, while she leave you behind.
Shit can get dangerous, yeah. Shit can get dangerous, yeah. You staying with a lame bitch, yeah. Well, I'm staying with the gang bitch, cause that's gang shit. Like, ooh, and they gon' stay by my side, cause them boys down to ride, yeah. Like, ooh, she tryna play with my mind, I can't be wasting no time, yeah. She can get dangerous, she can get dangerous, she can get dangerous.